Shout out to Don Ward, Greenback, New Jersey, Brown Foxy. Yep, we're going to try and go back to the vault, but wanted to show this recent one because Bolo, be on the lookout for Antoine, y'all. They're looking for him in the Detroit area. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Let's see what a Dusty do. Check it out, people. Fair use. Unbelievable.
Police say the suspect knew both of the victims. One of them is in critical condition tonight. Police say she's lucky to be alive. The lights are still on in the basement where a woman was brutally beaten and a man was killed. Now Antoine Powers McLean is wanted for murder. He has a very violent history, and he's somebody that we need to get off the street very quickly. Detroit police say it all started around 6 p.m. Super Bowl Sunday. McLean lured the man and woman to his home on the 9100 block of Stout by asking them to shovel his snow. Investigators tell Fox 2 he gave the pair crack cocaine before inviting them into his basement, where he beat them both with a rifle. For one of them, it proved to be fatal. We found the victim suffering from his injuries, deceased in the basement of the home. And he was actually disrobed in a cage in the basement of the home. Police say the woman who survived the beating told investigators McLean threatened to kill her if she told anyone what happened. DPD says McLean drove her to this apartment building on Greenfield near Chicago the next morning, where she managed to escape. Police got a 911 call from this Coney Island a few blocks south of that building, telling them of all that happened inside this house.
You know, and shoveling snow to not waking up the next day is kind of eye-opening.
Wow. This neighbor, who did not want to be identified, provided police with surveillance footage of the victims going to McLean's home. He's called this neighborhood home for more than 30 years, but says he cannot do so much longer.
Time to go. It's time to go.
In the meantime, police are urging the public to speak up if they run into McLean. If anyone comes in contact with him, it's very important that you notify your local police. If it's outside of Detroit, if it's in Detroit, to notify the Detroit Police Department. We ask that no one attempts to detain or apprehend him and let the police handle it. Again, he is to be considered armed and dangerous.
We already know. We know how the dust get down, going around killing folks in town. We already know. But this right here, he's on the news in Detroit. You think somebody doesn't know where he is? I would not be surprised and think, the man, look at the depravity. But you know what? Let the man keep on making excuses for these dust buckets. Look at the depravity. The man is naked and in a cage? Naked and in a cage. It would not surprise me at all if some female mammy is sitting with my baby daddy. That's my son, and what he did wasn't right now. What he did wasn't right. I don't condone that. But that's my son, you see. I can't just forsake my son. Remember that Dusty? They were looking for him, and where was he? He was in a basement. I think they let him out to go to a funeral or what have you. And I guess he decided, I ain't going back. So now, and that's the sad thing, they're very stupid. They always learn too late after you decide to go ahead. And in most cases, they pretty much give up their freedom based on the things that they do. Then after you get locked up and then you realize, I ain't liking this. I want to be out. They let you go ahead and go to a family member's funeral. Next thing you know, the Dusty don't want to go back to jail. And where was that dust bucket found? He was hiding in the basement of who? A female's house. Hiding in the basement of a female's house. And then it turns out, oh my goodness, she got a warrant out for her arrest too. So my point in bringing that up, this right here, it would not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all that a mammy is probably hiding him out and knows where he is. Oh, yeah. Because, see, a lot of times the homeboys, don't forget, birds of a feather flock together. So sometimes the homeboys, they're not going to be able want to really hide him out so much so because guess what? They already got some felonies, and I think with felonious characters, once you are been labeled such, you're not supposed to hang out with people that are like that. So a lot of times, that's why you look up. The only choice, I keep saying they need the women, the only choice is a woman in a whole lot of these cases. Because I was like, oh, no, dude, you can't be bringing that heat over here now. It's getting a little hot, getting a little heavy. Nah, I can't have none of that, dude. No. So they can always find a woman. And it would not surprise me at all if some Dustina, some mammy is sitting up here hiding his trash out. A man dead in a cage. And the woman. And it probably was a matter of time. He probably would have killed her too, just a matter of time. He gets angry. It would have been night for her too. So somebody, if you're in the Detroit area, he looks familiar. Maybe you know his mother from the church wearing a big hat. Yeah, I would even go give him a call and say, hey, here's his mom. Yeah, he needs to be found. This kind of behavior, it is called in the BC because I don't want to get involved. And that's why that's the easiest place to commit a crime. Why? Because don't nobody want to get involved. People say, oh, he gave them crack, they're crackheads. Doesn't give him the right to take their life. Doesn't give him the right to take somebody's life. So look on the screen. Evil dust bucket. Man found deceased in a cage. Again, they didn't show the victim's photos, but when you find this kind of depravity, that's why I say you saw a lot of these black men and the Dustinas too. You gotta face it, they might as well work for the Klan. They're pretty much into self-annihilation. So folks, be careful out there. Thanks for watching the video. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. Oh, please hit the notification bell. And I'll be uploading some more videos here and also on the Patreon. And don't forget about the other sister channel about those comments. Thanks. Have a great one. Be aware there's dust out there.